single and happy in my 40s. I'll tell you why. Hey everyone, welcome to Beyond 1000 Days. If you're new here, my name is Sonia, and today we'll be talking about being single and being happy. Being with another person is not just being with that person, they come with all of these other relationships. So if you're with another person, they have family, they have siblings, they have parents, they have, uh, you know, if they're middle aged, children from another relationship, etc. So it's like all of these new relationships that you're now having to cultivate if you're going to be with someone new. And if you want to kind of simplify life, I think the direction is not more relationships and embracing a whole different family and way of doing things, but rather just honing in on your own self, focusing on your own interests and your own goals. Maybe your goal is to be with other people, but personally, I'm just happy to focus on myself in the here and now. I feel like external relationships and all that is just going to get in the way of that. When you look at the Vedic concepts of karma, like what is karma? Karma is like all the interactions that you have with people and in the world, and all of it has consequences, right? So there's good consequences and bad consequences. And karma's not really about good or bad. It's just if you do this, that happens. If X, then Y. It's not really about good and bad. So when I go forward in life, I'm like, I don't really want to incur more karmic load, if that makes sense. I just want to focus in on what I've already got going and work off past karmas, past issues, past distortions, generational issues, just work through all of that. I feel like just the second half of life, since I'm in my 40s now, there's not enough time for all of that. And so I want to take advantage of all the years that I have left. And I know it sounds like I have a lot of years left, but like we don't know. You got to do what you can with the time that you've got left. And in the time that I have left, I want to go as far as I can spiritually, as much as possible. Part of that is not incurring a whole lot more karma, simplifying life, just honing in on what's important, what is essential. And if I'm going to focus on inner life, that means external things fall by the wayside. Not all of it will, obviously. We do have to make money to some extent. We do have to eat. We do have to do all the normal things, laundry and keep your space clean and get outside, exercise, fresh air, etc., etc. We have to do all these things to maintain our body, to maintain our vehicles here on Earth. But at the same time, there's a lot of mental processes that are happening that we have more control over than we're actually taking control of. So, when is there time for yoga, for meditation, for contemplation, for processing, for focused visualizations? When is there time for that? Well, you got to make time. Everyday things always distract us from doing those things. And sometimes you can only fit it in the early morning, the late evening, or half hour after lunch or before lunch or something like that. I don't want to like fit it into a busy schedule. I want to make it more of a focus on a daily basis. I think if I was pursuing relationships like that would just go out the door. Like I wouldn't be able to focus. There would be more things that I would be called to do in the external world. Focusing inwards is a solitary activity. It's not something you do with people because then your mind and your awareness keeps going outside. If you want to turn like this, you need the quiet, you need the space, and you don't need other people right there with you in the same room or even in the room next door clattering and, whatever they do. I feel like this is the perfect opportunity now in this stage in life where I don't have distractions. I don't have people distracting me. I don't have family members distracting me. I'm able to sit and do the meditations, do the visualizations that I want to do at any time of day that I want to do it. Now, that's not to say that I don't do other things. Of course, I do, because, yeah, like I said, gotta eat, right? And so there's a time for everything. So all of that to say, not dating, don't want to, don't care about it, not on my mind at all. I'm doing what I want to do, and it's not traveling. A lot of ladies, when they find themselves with more time on their hands, they're like, I want to travel, I want to go here and do that, whatever. Like, I've had enough of traveling. I've traveled too much, I feel. Not that I've gone everywhere, I just want to stay in one place for a while, a long while. Being in that one place, being grounded and centered has done wonders so far. I think this isn't talked about as much, at least online, where women are done with relationships and then they want to focus on their spiritual life. Sometimes someone will say that, yeah, it's me and God and me and Jesus, or whatever version of that you'd like. But I think this is an opportunity that is undervalued. If you find yourself free and unencumbered by a significant other around, this is really a time that you can delve deep and do something different. I know society is all about, like, yeah, when you're going to meet your man and get together, and I already did all that. I don't feel like I need to bow to any kind of societal pressure at this point. And anyway, that is a perception. And there really isn't anybody actually saying what you need to be doing. There's only general themes, general expectations of society that says, hey, you should get married, have kids. Now that you're divorced, get back in the game, do it again. You don't have to. You could just turn inward. You could decide you want to travel the world. You could decide that you just live your life in peace now. Peace is underrated, y'all. I love peace. Peace is great. I can be peaceful all day long. There were quite a few years where it was just one crisis after the next. We never knew what was happening next. The uncertainty, life is never certain, right? But combine that with life and death level crisis, it's you just keep running, and you're just trying to tread water, just trying to get through the day, basically, and you don't really have time or the bandwidth to think about too far in the future. But now that I'm off that treadmill, oh, lots of treads here. Now that I'm off that treadmill, not treading water, I can think about the future. I can really shape the present moment now in ways that are good for me. Is that selfish? I don't think that's selfish. But is it selfish? You tell me. I know for me at this moment, it's great. Life is good. I don't know why it's good, but it just is right now. And like, I'm in this sunshine and in this place. I'm going to turn the camera around and show you where I am. It's like this fabulous, cool spot. And I just feel very lucky to be here. I think gratitude goes a long way when it comes to feeling good about things. How cool is that view, huh? I guess that's why at this age, having had some experiences under my belt now, I'm single and happy, and I'll probably be like that for the coming years. I have no intentions of getting into another relationship anytime soon, perhaps ever. And that's fine. I'm not sorry about it. I'm not saying everybody should be like this. You do you. But for me, single in my 40s and happy, oh yes. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.